That's now more or less dry. It doesn't look the part. What you do is you can take a piece of tissue.
How did you apply it originally?
This one?
Yes.
Straight from the bottle, a pencil, and over the panel lines. Okay? Or you want me to show it?
If possible, please. Accent at the beginning.
אמרתי לך שזה יותר חשוב מהצביעה.
You shake the bottle, it's ready to use. With a fine brush, you let the paint flow in the panel lines. Nothing more. And then you leave it to dry for about 10 minutes. Now, I will show you, I just did it. This is freshly applied. If you do that, you have a lot of streakings and everything. You see?
Yes.
Because the paint in the panel lines is not yet dry enough. The same effect you have if you use a piece of tissue or cloth. And at home I use a dirty old cloth for blowing your nose in. You have to tin it, not as I'm mistaken. You have to wet it with a little bit of white spirit, but it needs to be almost dry. Okay? So what I do is take a pencil.
When you bake those.
I wet it a little bit,
כן, הוא מרטיב טיפה את הטישו. אחרת זה סופק את הכל.
and then I go.
נשארו 5 כאלה 045. יש מישהו שמעוניין, אנחנו נשמור לכם אותם עכשיו. איתה אחד, יש עוד מישהו?
אני אקח.
זה הראש שלו, מייקל.
זה מתאים,
כן?
זה שלא מתאים לצבע צניים.
לא, זה, מה?
זה לא זה יותר חום.
045 is for what?
Dark green.
דארק גרין, כאילו ירוק...
No, dark brown.
Yeah, it's a dark brown watch for dark green vehicles.
Ah, okay.
It's above the logo.
You know the number of the other one?
This one, the panel liner.
No,
No, the watch.
What's that suitable to brown
200.
yellow vehicles?
Huh?
It's AK 200.
200?
Yeah. So now I made the corner of the tissue wet, and now it's very important that you do it in the direction of flight.
Yes.
Okay, because if there is lines of dirt,
Yes.
they go in the direction of flight.
לכיוון הצד של המטוס.
And you start wiping off the excess paint
You doing it before the decals or after?
after decals.
After decals.
After decals.
גם על הדקלים עצמם.
ברור.
יואב עושה לפני הדקל. אם ישתהו.
After the final varnish.
Yeah, after the final varnish. Yeah.
אני לא מבין את השיטה הזאת, אבל בסדר.
מה? זה מה שנוח לו?
למה לעשות? לא, אחרי הדקה, לא זאתי, מה שיואב עושה.
יואב עושה לפני הדקל
דקל
עם
עם
ראש,
ראש?
כי אם הוא טועה הוא יכול לתקן עדיין.
See?
בלי
I removed all the dirt. Well, the stains I made. And now you have, don't mind here because it's a drop of glue or something. You still have dirt in there between the panel lines. Now is the option. Do you like it or you don't like it? If you like it, you leave it. Otherwise, you take an air stick,
ספירט. אני take it off. ספירט?
spirit, and you go between the lines and remove it. You see? That's a bit of the wash that's coming off from in between. It's a personal taste. Some people like it, some people don't like it. I don't like it.
How do you verify that the spear does not remove any of the original?
Say again, please.
How do you verify that the spear does not remove any of the original paint?
The base coat paint.
Yes.
I mean, use the AK.
No, it's a major problem usually. Start removing it and the color will even if you see it.
Look, this is now soak it.
Iran works 99% with the enamel.
Yeah, humbrol is enamel and white spirit and enamel, they attack each other.
כן.
Come over here. Come over here.
אילן, איך אתה יודע להנחית את המטוס בניו יורק ולא בקנדי?
יש מסלול, הנחתתי אותו ובאופן מפתיע זה היה נוח.
Wait a minute, please. I will continue what I'm saying. So you can clean it in between the panel lines if you want. If you don't want it, you leave it. You will notice that here and there I cleaned off too much. You just redo it until it's perfect, and then you can continue. Now you leave it to dry for a couple hours. You paint the wheels of your of the rockets of your model. Doesn't matter. And then you can continue with streaking with oil stains or fuel stains or the suit of the guns. You can continue. So your problem was paint coming off.
A question.
Yeah. Do it on this side. It's painted. Rub it as hard as you can. On this side.
זה בדיוק התכונות של הריל קולור, שהוא מנסה להראות לך.
אחד יכול לעבוד גם עליו, אין מרפי.
אתה יכול להוריד גם את הכותנה ולהשתמש רק בפלסטיק.
Is it coming off?
Thank you. This is thank you.
The real colors, they do come off. If you need a nail, no, they don't come off. Maybe as the surface is too wet, but you can scratch it.
You want a torch?
You need like a really sharp object to scratch them off. They're really, really strong paints.
פאנל לייט זה אנימל, יש?
It's animal, yeah.
You can do this technique also on acrylic paint or not?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Applying the washes, yes. But before you do, if you do it on, for example, Vallejo's,
Yeah.
seal it with varnish, with a good strong varnish, because you will be wiping over the paint. And Vallejo paint is, like a girl, very
Very
sensitive. So be careful with that.
Spanish.
Spanish girls, they're strange. They have to shave when they're 25.
It's good we don't have girls.
You see, I now
חבר'ה, שימו לב, שימו לב.
going over it with white spirit, and you can keep cleaning it. It stays in the panel lines. Okay? In a couple minutes you can try it all yourself. When the wash is on the turret, on the model, a logical next step is making streaks.
How long does it take for it to complete the drawing?
The panel liner. At least 3 days.
3 days?
Yeah. But it's in there. If you not soak the surface, you can continue working on it. Because it's very...
It's embedded inside the panel lines.
If it's embedded, you will not hurt it. You can easily do all streaks and everything until... We will do it later on. I will now continue with streakings on tanks. So everybody knows what the streaking is, like dirt lines running down. I will do it on this side. This is a wash, okay? Panel liner, streaking grime. What's the difference? Hold the two bottles. What do you feel?
It's much heavier.
Which is heavier?
This one.
It's the other way around. This has more pigments inside.
זה יותר סמך.
And this works more or less the same principle as a panel liner.
Only what's the difference? It's more thicker.
It had more pigments.
More pigments.
More pigments inside.
And it's like enamel.
It's enamel. All those bottles. That's romantic.
My wife.
You know the Titanic sunk, you know? No, all these bottles from us is all enamel. All of them. Okay? Acrylics are in bottles like these, or in the large versions.
The normal one is, can hurt acrylic paint,
No,
even if you use the spirit.
it will not hurt. A streaking grime. You can use it directly from the bottle, but clean off most of it from your brush, otherwise the line you will paint will be too thick. I will do it now in irregular places because it's not full of bolts. And you actually paint a line downwards. That's it. That's the first step in making a streak. How to paint a streaking grime? I showed it here. It needs to be a triangle upside down. Because if you have dirt coming down, it will not, in many cases, it will go down in a tip.
From the top to the bottom.
It will become smaller. In some cases, in some situations, it could be the other way around, but yeah, you can discuss over that things for years.
How
So
long do you wait between applying the first one and completing the streak?
a couple minutes.
Do you have to wait for it to dry out, or does that...
What I do is I do the whole side. I use different colors. We have this brown one, we have rust ones. I mix in between. And then I apply it on the whole side, and then I start blending them in, like they say. So I will do a couple here. A very big one.